Those who are in red are those whose OGP, they have signed it, the OGP is dead in those states. In the way they say the second state to have an action green. Please, you don't look at it. So this is the process. When you join the commitment, those members from the government, the entire state today has an action plan. It was law that the present government is that first, the steering committee, remember as our left office, it is a need to reorganize RBC, direct message to the government, is to provide more political support, political will, and political.
I would like to move Honorable Fiscal, the legislature, in setting the agenda, and in the conversation here, the most important thing here is
I came here. We've done some, of course, research about Delta. It's a Land Cruiser
public. Because when the people are aware where the government Delta State is showing green in your table. And
economic inclusion is very.
On behalf of
Yes.
The unveil is completely in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
It is gladdening that my friend and brother, Honorable Rollands Igbakpa, has thought it worthwhile for us to have this policy dialogue that zeroes in on the more agenda of this administration. The theme of this conversation, more agenda, economic dynamics or policy direction, open governance and youth inclusivity question, is very apt and timely, and I commend Honorable Igbakpa for this laudable initiative. For those of us who may not be aware, MORE is an acronym for meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security. With the goal of advancing Delta, the MORE agenda covers policy thrust for inclusive and sustainable economic growth and private sector job creation, stronger human capital, accelerated infrastructural development, and more efficient and effective governance and accountability systems. It provides a roadmap for fast-track economic growth, diversify the economy, promote investment, impose strict fiscal discipline, create wealth, build bridges of social unity, and develop a knowledge-based economy. Simply put, it is about giving our people the hope of a better, rewarding, and fulfilling future. The MORE agenda is ultimately about good governance, which today's conversation is about. I believe the starting point for good governance is instituting a regime of fiscal discipline and responsibility.
I charge all of us here, for all of us that have the opportunity of leadership and governance, that we should try as much as possible to mentor people. We should create time, maybe 2 hours in a week, in a month, talk to people. Get 1 or 2 young men and talk to them. Because this generation, they call Gen Z generation. This generation are in a hurry. This generation is different. This generation is angry, and the generation wants you out. Until you talk to them to understand the way that things are going, definitely you will be misunderstood, and they will continue to fight you. So I took time. A lot of these people, this generation, they want to be included in government. They want to lead, especially with the passage of the Not Too Young to Lead initiative into law in Nigeria. They want to be the governor. They want to be president. But most times, they are really not looking at that top. They are looking at, when I am opportune to get there, how am I going to do it? And that before this body that came to me some time ago, this Revive Africa initiative, they came that this is their first attempt to meet somebody who has been in government for some time, to give them how, why, and what to do. This is the only way they can understand us. Mentorship is key. I see people who are veterans in the ESCO. We have young people who are just starting. who possibly were looking for BA, and today they are commissioners. And these people are going to sit with people who are veterans. And at the end of the day, they are going to learn from the experience of these people. And that is the discourse. And that is the reason for this convention. I took my time, I did it, and I believe any other person here can do it. Let us mentor people. Let us mentor the generation that will take over from us. We are growing, we are going, and somebody has to walk in and step into our shoes.
Happy that not only are we seeing senators and members of the House of Representatives serving as members of the Executive Council at the federal level, but in Delta State, we find members of the legislature in fulfilling his and more agenda, a critical part of it, which is opportunities for all. He has given opportunities to members of the legislature to go and test how the executive is, and that is quite appreciated. So, Mrs. Lina, it's good to see you. In line with the more agenda, the economic dynamics of policy direction, open governance, and the youth inclusivity question, which is the last phrase that I am going to just make a few comments here today. And my comment is in line with, I say it again because that is what captures my mind the more. I know that we have a meaningful development, we have opportunities for all, and then we have realistic reforms, and then we have enhanced peace and security. Yes, others are quite very key and apt and important, but for me, opportunities for all is key.
He is reminding